Welcome back to the second episode of the Women's Universe mode. So, last episode we had Money in the Bank. So now we're on the road to Night of Champions, and we'll end the episode with Evolution. So, I heard that Universe mode got a couple updates. Well, not really a couple, they got like a handful of updates. Uh, yeah, let's watch Bianca versus Trish. I should turn off entrances so we can kind of like get through these episodes faster.
And here we are with Bianca Belair in action. Power, style, poise. Bianca Belair has it all.
But I'm filming this on April 1st. This should be going up on April 11th.
Bianca never backs down from a challenge. Belair fully believes in her own ability to get it done in the ring. And then there's one of the most revolutionary women this business has ever seen.
And then we won't get an episode of this until the 22nd, mainly because the second wave of the Ringside Pass is coming out on the 15th. And I kind of want to hold off on that because oh no, I'll hold off on wait, no. I'll have an episode go up on the 15th. That will be episode 3. Episode 4 will go up on the 22nd.
Trish making a mockery of her opponent. Slides under the ropes. Back into the ring.
Mainly because Kelly is coming out in the Ringside Pass for Season 2. I want to add her to one of the rosters, but also add like a couple more people.
Got them off their feet here.
Like just in time for the draft.
That will rock you. This could be it. The pin. She overcomes the pinfall attempt. Still has enough energy for the
And Bianca has a signature already.
Boots to the knee, just felling their opponent, and now, a pin attempt out of nowhere. And a shoulder in the air. Oh, still can't even keep him down for a 2 count. Oh, what a quick answer. Chop. Goes out to the way.
Let's see. Yeah, realistically, we could be done with this series by the end of the month. So, episode 1 goes up on the 4th, which that should already be out. The 11th should have episode 2, which that's this one. And yeah, the 3rd one on the 15th, 4th one on the 22nd, and then the 25th and 29th will be 5 and 6.
Taking this to the floor. Great reaction from Belair.
Oh, I didn't know Bianca would actually use her hair as a weapon. I mean, I should have known that because she usually does that in some matches.
That unraveled on
But I
choice.
wasn't expecting it in game.
Turned it into an arm drag. Bulldog.
Right, and at some
Potentially
point
a physical
during
count is not
this
stopping.
video, I'll give the wrap-up match feature a shot.
Clearly through the roof. Okay, she's taking her showboat a bit too far at this point. Making a timely return to the ring. Pump kick on target.
Okay, first of all, I thought Bianca was going to get counted out. Second of all, I thought Chris was going to kick the ref.
From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash. And an overbearing amount of offense against
There were so
Belair
many
here.
close calls in
Yeah,
that short
somehow
amount of time.
Belair has to turn the tide. She reverses and creates an opportunity.
In fact, I think this match in real life would be a banger.
I don't think any of these superstars are going to show any quit at this point. Never say die attitude on full display. Saw it coming and counters it. Turns the tables with an elbow to the gut.
And Chris keeps reversing that, Bianca. You probably should try something else. Oh, I think this ends it. And Chris Stratus beats Bianca Belair. Realistically, that could bump her up in the rankings. And then we'll simulate all matches. Natalia wins. Justine and LJ win. Kyrie and Asuka win. Ola Vice wins. Welcome Reita Oka wins. And that is our... Yeah, I think he's still Triple H champ. Yep, our Reina de Reinas champion. And she beat Miss Money in the Bank. And Becky Lynch wins. And on to SmackDown. Okay, I'm in between a rock and a hard place. So I want to see Nikki Cross compete in this match. But I did say that championship matches are priority. Alright, so Io wins. Eve Torres wins. Judgment Day wins. Stephanie Becker wins. Jada Parker wins. Zelina Vega wins. And then the women's US title is on the line in our main event. Wait, is Chelsea not going to have Secret Hervis with her?
We pledge our allegiance to Chelsea Green. Wait a minute. You
Nope.
pledge your allegiance.
And then for some reason, Ren Sinclair is going to have
Has arrived. A woman who
Charlie
trained and
Dempsey
worked
and
all over
Tavion
the
Heights.
world to reach this moment. The fun-loving Ren Sinclair is always ready to throw down.
Wait, I don't even have No Quarter Catch Crew as a thing. Or Ren QCC, or whatever they're called in this game.
The ref signaling the start of this championship contest here tonight. There's always a heightened level of competition when a title is on the line. I know these competitors are going to give it everything they have to walk out with the gold. Avoided any damage there. And into Colin elbow.
Have Ren Sinclair and Chelsea Green ever faced each other? I mean, There's a possibility that they could have. I'm gonna figure it out.
Across the top rope, all the way to the floor.
She's out of the ring. The referee's count will begin soon.
Repeated knees to the hamstring.
Doling out as much damage as possible, looking to silence the challenger once and for all. Oh, heavy contact into the steel steps.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm not asking for a comparison. I'm looking to see if they've ever competed in a match against each other.
She better pay attention to the referee's count. And she manages to beat the count.
Ooh, an early cover for the title. And she gets a quick kick out.
Not even close, gonna take more than that.
Kick right in the
Yeah, I don't see anything. But I feel like this would be a fun match.
Middle turnbuckle.
from the middle rope.
Saw that coming and quickly got the knees off.
Nice running crossbody.
Caught with the elbow.
Also, I'd like to take this time to address an elephant in the room.
Receiving end of some serious offense.
Yeah, Chelsea
Why do the WWE producers have a ceiling
prevents that from connecting.
for how well booked Chelsea Green can be?
Looking to turf their opponent to the outside
Like,
of the
I
ring.
think that
Nasty
she
work
would be
there.
a very fun world champion.
Want to be building some momentum, and this could be painful. Incoming!
Displaying through the air.
An expert use of the ropes there.
Like, she has the character work down to a science. Oh no! Oh no! Wait, I thought there was a wrap-up match thing. And so we're just gonna simulate the match.
Champion retains.
Here is your winner. And
Because I'm not having it end on a glitch like that.
United States champion, Rin
But yeah, I think Chelsea Green has the in-ring ability, the promo skills, the character work. I think she could be like one of these underdog competitors that could possibly win the title. In fact, have her win Money in the Bank. That's the way I would book it. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, I need to turn off entrances. Oh yeah, I forgot they added the wear and tear stuff. Superstar entrances off. Huh? Don't know why you two are still feuding. You're in different divisions. I think. I'm pretty sure I fixed it. Yeah, AJ Lee is in the world title division. Alright, let's go with Naomi versus China. Alright, Natalia wins. Kyrie and Asuka win. Chris Stratus wins, and then we're gonna see who wins this. So what if... Yeah, there's still no option to wrap up match. Is that a thing, or was it replaced with Simulate match?
Play nice or put on a show. Naomi is going to hit hard often and without any remorse. Tonight, Naomi wants to hurt
You know what? I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, when it comes to achieving her goals in the ring, Naomi is done waiting in line and playing by the rules. Friend or foe, Naomi will take you out.
But let's take a moment to marvel at the ninth wonder of the world, China. With her imposing physique and shot
Hit hard and straight into the pin. And the shoulders up.
not even a 2 count, still fresh as a daisy, it seems.
Oh, that's only in watch mode from the looks of it.
Being hobbled like that, something to keep an eye on.
Inside cradle applied, shoulders down.
And Naomi pops the shoulder up.
Not letting them steal this one so easily.
Collar and elbow.
And look at this, able to get wrist lock control.
I'm going through play show
Way to turn
each
the tables,
time.
holding on to a wrist lock.
Mainly because I just want to be able to watch one match per episode.
Gets out and goes on the offensive with a hammerlock.
He is looking to do some serious harm. Using the ropes. Side headlock applied. Oh, and a right hand for good measure. Face first. And
I just hope we don't have any more incidents like that,
there's more to come.
where Chelsea Green falls into the crowd and can't get out. Because with the way they were trying to target each other, it made it seem like
Counter there.
that they were going to be stuck doing that and possibly end in a double countout.
We're gonna practice our amateur dentistry.
But here's what I'm going to do. When it comes to Night of Champions, since Chelsea Green did not get a fair chance,
Look ringside now.
I'm going to add her to the US title match. Or I'll just do that to whatever the next US title match is. Because it's not guaranteed that the title will be defended at Night of Champions.
Referee setting the hardware aside, clearing the way for any future damage. And spring back elbow.
Can she get the pinfall?
Maybe.
1, 2.
Just gets the shoulder up.
Talk about a close call. That easily could have been a 3 count.
Man, the randomizer picked Naomi to start the Universe mode as Women's World Champion.
Slip through and escape.
Then she retained against Jade,
Dropping behind, cranking the neck.
Inverted DDT connect.
but then she lost at the Raw after.
Extension on a split leg drop.
She won Money in the Bank, and she lost last week.
China put a stop to that.
So, how will this go for her?
Deep, deep trouble here for Naomi.
Caught the left. And here we go. Single leg crab. He is looking to do some serious harm.
She's fully locked in the submit.
Pressure's on. Gotta get out quick. Oh, what a great counter.
In fact, there was a point in time where China was actually booked to compete for the WWE Championship. I think she should have been WWE Champion.
Needs to break this submission somehow.
Easier said than done. She decides to just let go, but why let go of the submission?
Not a strategy we often expect to see.
Oh, ouch. Going blow for blow.
Like with the prominence of women's wrestling,
Just good old-fashioned
I unfortunately think that the opportunity
back and forth.
for
Giving up any ground.
women's wrestlers to hold a men's title, it's no longer an option, which is a shame. Like, my thought process behind it, like, back in the day, women's wrestling was barely wrestling. There were some women that actually were great in the ring, but it was mostly bikini contests and bra and panties matches. But imagine, like, back in the day, China beat someone for the WWE Championship, and she, like, breaks the mold once again. Like, she was the first woman to win the Intercontinental Championship. She was the first woman to enter the Royal Rumble. She was technically the first woman to win a Rumble, because there was the Corporate Rumble, and Naomi wins. But yeah, the Corporate Rumble, to get the number 30 spot,
China was bested tonight.
While Naomi proving once again.
so yeah, I personally think that if anyone should have been WWE Champion when it comes to the women, it should have been China. Alright, so Natalya, Kabuki Warriors, Trish Stratus, Naomi, Justine and LJ, Bianca Belair, and Becky Lynch. Alright. And we're gonna watch a tag team match. You know what? I know I turned off entrances originally, but I do want to show off the entrance that I made for the Hex Maniac. Alright, well, it's not working for some reason.
On the way to the ring, accompanied by Nikki Cross, the team of Talia Hex and
And I had this really cool entrance gear set up for Nikki Cross.
Everyone in the locker room is going to be watching tonight.
The threat has been assessed, and the secret Hermes are here to neutralize it. I'm just glad we got the proper clearance to even be able to watch this match, let alone call it.
what the hell are you even talking about? Stop saluting.
Standing on the hair.
Oh, excuse me. Okay,
She's
so
totally unprotected. DDT.
I had to unlock
Down for the pin.
Delilah and Dahlia Hex
As she's concerned,
in the
she's
island.
fresh as a daisy here.
And I know I'm not the only person to say this, but what an unfortunate time of events to call something the island.
She countered that into her own offense. Shot block.
But I thought that I would have had to create another
Effectively in there.
character in order to
Turns the tables.
unlock them.
Right to
Nope.
the kidneys from
You just need to create one character, and then you'll go around to each place to work on story.
crossbody.
Like, I started in the Order of Tradition,
Manages to maneuver herself out of harm's way.
Well, there she goes.
mainly because, well, I'm a big fan of traditional professional wrestling.
Oh my goodness. Trying to bust up that arm, man.
But yeah, I needed to unlock Odette Beaumont and
Stomped to the guts.
the Hexes,
Oh, an insult to injury.
and I did.
Oh, directly onto the chest.
In fact, it was perfect timing as well, because I was like
Look at the back position. Boston
a
Crab
couple matches away from
How did she do that?
completing the season 1 of the Ringside Pass.
Put her in the corner. Something's coming.
Oh, she has
So
better
I had everyone unlocked
removing the turnbuckle pad.
besides Bobby Newton, which I haven't gotten around to the Order of Anarchy stuff.
And Niven is showboating right now.
Oh, nice scoop roll up for the win.
Our referee is too distracted to even notice this pin attempt.
And that's because Chelsea Green took off the thing.
Dodges out of the way. Oh, that will break your face.
But yeah, I have all the women unlocked. Like I mentioned in the previous episode, I had to exclude Stephanie McMahon since she is the general manager of Raw, I think.
Target acquired and destroyed.
And then I had to leave out the 2K22 My Rise female player because he doesn't have a legit name.
Oh, getting put to shame right there.
That's going to be a moment you want to forget it very soon.
Nikki, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness, dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball. Tremendous pressure being applied in this head crank. Might take her head clean off her shoulders.
Stomp to the leg.
Wrestling 101. If you can't stand, you can't fight. In the corner, has to find a way out of there. Running hip attack.
You know,
What impact.
we can have managers, and they will actually grab you and throw you back in the ring.
Drop. Into the cover.
How come we can't have lumberjack matches?
Stops the count before two.
Where is she finding this?
Like, make it a no disqualification match.
Oh, and a forearm smash.
Let us
Piper now
pick
with the
6
upper hand.
people to be outside the ring.
Skills.
Heck, we can have these generic
Takes their breath out. Effective.
people around the ring when it comes to underground matches.
Piper taking a step
I mean,
back
they
to
don't
make
do
sure her
anything.
Oh, turn that around and reply with a boot. Placing her in the corner.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that would be something perfect to bring around
Oh, baby.
when we can finally have 5-on-5 matches. Like, with 10 people in the ring at the same time. Or be around the ring.
She fights Piper back. Hooking her up. What's this manager looking for into the ring? She has no business down there. Here comes her partner.
And the ref clearing the area of that dangerous weapon.
Tag's made. Whips across the ring.
Oh, double shoulder tackle. That's dead. Oh, punch directly.
But yeah, 2K27, my hope
Like a rabid
include
animal attacking their opponent. And
Stooping low with that attack.
10-person matches, maybe even 7-person matches. Like, bring back the... Oh, no, not really bring back, but let us have the option to have 7 people in the Elimination Chamber. Look, I know it's only been done once,
She's been slowed down yet again.
Yeah, this
but
tag
it's a
team match
fun
has seen its fair
concept.
share of tide changes, and it's not over yet. Ripped in the hard way.
Piper's ready for something.
Driven down.
And shifting over for the cover.
And she thwarts the pin attempt in one.
Wow, she kicked out.
Showing off her power, her stamina,
I mean, she does have a lot of health left.
Using the elbow as a weapon.
Leg drop connected. And following up with the pin. Oh, punch lands.
Alright, looks like Alba Fire can't get in.
Nivens. Uh-oh. Driving a fist to the stomach changes things around.
She gets taken into the corner. Needs to get out.
Wards that off. What a response.
You know, at least this video is going much better than the WrestlePalooza video I filmed. And that should be up already, as of, like, when this video goes up.
Forearm to the kidneys.
Piper, make up your mind.
Clothesline in the corner.
Oh yeah, speaking of Piper Niven, I hope she's healing up properly. And I would love to see her return in the future if she's able to.
Uh-oh. Bam. She flipped that
Same with
attack
Kevin
around.
Owens.
Headbutt to the back of the neck.
And so much for sportsmanship. Really showing her true colors right now.
Gets lifted into position. Sit out. Powerbomb.
Partner gets tagged in.
On the mark.
Catapulting down on the opponent. Here we go. Cover. Shoulder shoots up before two.
No time to waste being shocked. You've got to maintain pressure.
And here we go. Did you see that?
Alba is in crisis mode.
How Piper Niven got in.
Quick thinking, saving her team.
So I feel like one more strong move,
Yikes, that'll
like
give
a
away
signature
Kevin
or a
knocked
finisher, could end this match.
Alba shifts that to her favor. Oh, man. Face buster.
And Delilah does not have
Carried into
a
jeopardizing
signature
position.
anymore.
Textbook slam.
But Dahlia does.
Reorientating them in the corner here. Stereo back body drop.
And Alba perhaps not the only one with a killer instinct in this one. This has become a monumental clash. There are no breaks on these competitors.
The will, the fire, the guts. You can feel their emotion.
Winning this match could
Taking off.
do wonders for
Straight on the
either
nose.
team in the SmackDown Tag Team division.
Precise with the super kick. She's getting that tunnel vision on her opponent here. Off the ropes and connected with that springboard, man.
Getting tagged in. Lifted high into an electric chair position. Driven down face first.
Alright, so Dahlia's getting in to break it up. But yeah, one more finisher to Delilah should end it here.
Ripped in the hard way.
Backing her into that. What's Niven gonna
Oh, what's going on here? Up, and that ends it.
Victory nearly in hand for Niven.
Ref,
Looking to put this one away.
ref, where you at?
She kicks out with force.
What the hell? What the hell?
Charles.
Big opportunity falling through their fingers. You've got to continue fighting and hope your next big move is the last one.
What a power slam. Tag in the corner.
Oh, big shot right to the stomach. DDT.
And that opened her right up. Gonna see the red of her blood now. Could be a boost of adrenaline she needs. Forced into the
Honestly, I
corner
don't
and
even know
needs
what the
to stay
signatures
on
or
the
finishers of the
defensive.
Hex Sisters
This is
are.
the thought. Crushing the stomach with a stomp.
Cuts the attack off. Uh-oh. What a hurricanrana.
Tags her partner. Oh, man. Oh,
Into the pin. Can Niven recover?
That's not going to be enough.
Kick out.
There's some shock in the arena after that kick out.
And then again, I've seen Bruce
Echoing through the
not
arena.
kick out when he had like half a red bar of health and he didn't even take a single crossroads.
in the corner now. She needs to fight out of it.
Oh, to the arm. Terrible.
Grabs their opponent by the ankles into a powerbomb.
Covers, wasting no time.
This could be it.
No, it's just a secret Hervis that one. Chelsea didn't compete.
Here are your winners, Piper Niven and Alba Fire, The Secret Hervis and Chelsea.
Alright, well. Red, who is the Evolved champion, won the Fatal 4-Way. Beta Parker beat Women's US champ Ren Sinclair. Zoe Stark won her triple threat, and then Io Sky had a self promo. Um, this is a very stacked Fatal 4-Way. Because we got Women's World Champion Becky Lynch, Miss Money in the Bank Naomi, AJ Lee, who is feuding with the Women's Intercontinental Champion, and Bianca Belair. But yeah, let's see how Odette Beaumont versus Odyssey Rift.
Odyssey Rift is one of the more intimidating women's wrestlers we've seen.
It's surprising she hasn't had more success in the win-loss column.
I think she's more concerned with beating people up than actually winning matches. And if this crowd is anything like their hometown hero Finley, they love to fight. And that's exactly what they're going to see here tonight.
Picture perfect example for when you just want to put someone down with authority.
Yeah, I've never used Odyssey Rift in a match, but I've faced her quite often in several My Rises. And this is my first time watching an Odette Beaumont match. Because she was one of the last ones I unlocked.
intimidation. I'm not sure if it's resilience or stupidity that's going to drive you to try and come back from a move like that.
And a slam. We have to be nearing the end of this one.
At this point in the match,
Excuse
there's no
me.
time to recover. The damage is done.
Yo, that you gotta get back into this.
Going to be agonizing for the arm.
I think both of them are in the Reina de Reinas Championship division.
Here we go. Tossed outside. Measures right now. Trying to get a little space. Picking up the speed.
Oh, threw caution to the wind, and it paid off big time.
And Odyssey moves.
Like, every match could have potential to
A quick reversal.
bring them up higher in the division.
And a vicious looking armbar stretch applied.
That was not just painful on the shoulder. That pain can shoot all the way up to the neck and all the way down the arm. This is a smart strategy.
Gets out of dodge.
Ruthless striking. I think rage took over in that moment. Nothing but blind rage.
Guys, this might actually end in a countout.
It's not ending in a countout. You worry too much.
Here she goes.
Taking flight. Big collision on the splash.
Coming from a guy who worries quite often.
Two. Big kick out. Just barely, but it counts.
Some well-timed defense on her part. Driven down. Oh. Ooh, stinging kick.
Oh, that gets reversed by Odyssey.
And Odette has a signature.
Stiff elbow will break.
Not anymore. Odyssey Rift has it.
Slam. Can she do it here?
1, 2.
Just kicked out.
I'm sure most of the fans in attendance thought
Yeah, so if
that was
Odyssey
about to
Rift
be
can
it.
hit a finisher, then
Oh, we're gonna go for it.
oh no, I feel like the next the next finisher could end this.
F5.
Odyssey won't come back from that.
Why does she have an F5?
2 count.
I mean, it got her the win, so
Picked up the victory.
Here is your winner, Odette. Boom!
honestly, that match did not go the way I was expecting. Wendy Chu wins, China wins, Vice wins, Bayley and Lyra win, and then Bianca wins this fatal 4-way. Come on, Bianca should get a title shot at the pay-per-view or premium live event, whichever you want to call it. Ooh. Come on, Julia versus Bull Nakano seems like a great match. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so Victoria wins, Judgment Day wins, Sol Ruka wins, Red wins, Irresistible Forces win, and then we're moving on to Bull Nakano versus Julia.
Julia set for action here.
What an impact Julia has already had in WWE. The beautiful madness has taken down champions and legends alike, certainly cementing herself in a dominant position on the roster.
She's really proven that it wasn't all hype surrounding her. With her strong style offense and powerfully devastating move, she goes for the quick pin. And she kicks out.
Oh, she's got to tighten up a little. When you go down this early, you don't want to take any chances.
Being set up in the corner for something.
Yeah, everyone wants to talk about how,
Big deal across the ring. Being able to pull that
like,
off, no
Asuka
one's gonna
versus
question
Julia,
if you
or
skip going to the gym.
Io versus Julia. Heck, even Kyrie versus Julia would be like dream matches. This right here would be a great dream match.
Rocked with the impact of that axe handle. Driven down hard, right on the face.
She's had a lot thrown her way already.
Bull came looking for a fight and is delivering one now. Totally focused on attacking that leg and knee. Leg breaker.
Oh, unloading a big kick to the back.
Quick thinking, get her out of that one.
Kick to the... Uh-oh. That didn't go as Julia pictured. Down with a suplex. Oh, no. Look out. Oh, what's this
Who's
all
coming
about?
out? A Lundra
It
Blaze.
can't be.
Oh, yeah, man. Talking about dropping the hammer, dog.
Hey, she needs to get out of here. Oh, she has bad intentions now. Removing the
Man,
title
the
from
ref
mat.
sees what they see who is in the ring, but they do nothing about it. Why are you still here?
Getting up, but doesn't have a clue what's coming at her.
Using the cranium. Can Nakano find the strength to kick out? She pops the shoulder up and one. She just will not give
Wait,
up.
if I'm not mistaken, Julia is the WWE Women's Champion.
Traps the arm into the hammerlock. DDT!
Well-timed forearm finds its mark.
That's something I'll
And
check after
Nakano's
the match.
getting the fight brought right to her here.
Yeah, Julia delivering the pain. And a face crusher.
Ball at a disadvantage.
Uh-oh. Oh, saw it coming and got an elbow for their trouble.
Effective counter.
Julia, hammerlock. Wait a minute. She's going to spin right into her.
Michinoku driver. And cover now.
I think her Michinoku driver is one of the coolest ones.
And Julia gets the win.
Here is your winner,
And good job, Julia. Alright, roster championship. I don't know, Flammer won it. Oh yeah, she won at Money in the Bank. It's been a little bit since I filmed the last episode. Okay, I don't know why it's these people in pairs. Let's watch IP Nile versus Kiana James. Alright, so LJ defeats Kairi Sane, Natalia defeats Maurice, the Fatal Influence defeats Bailey and Lyra, and China defeats Tiffany Stratton.
The bell rings and we see a very focused, very motivated Ivy Nile.
Ivy Nile is the physical embodiment of a superstar. Pure muscle with 0% hesitation.
So I'm going to call it now.
When Nile gets in the ring,
By
she's
the
just
end of
executing with
2027,
ruthless efficiency.
It's a
both
simple
Kiana
formula that has
James
worked well
and
for Nile, making her
not
a very
Julia,
intimidating opponent.
Ivy Nile
Stepping
will
across the
hold
ring is a superstar who has conquered
one of the women's mid-card titles.
Working to do the same.
Oh, Ivy slapping on this hold, looking to get it in deep. The hold is just getting tighter.
Which means I just need Carmelo Hayes to win a world title by the end of next year as well, and these two to win the mid-card titles.
Say to the face.
Oh, they clutch their opponent's wrist, and look at this.
And this is just next level brutality.
Just going all out with every blow.
Running knee.
Even though some of the people that saw my prediction for Carmelo Hayes think I mean like just any main roster title,
Planted up high on the top turnbuckle.
Oh, this is
I meant world title, I just didn't specify.
side slam.
So that's kind of on me.
A quick finish. Can she do it? Quick kick out from her there.
She probably didn't expect it to put her away there, but she's put her on notice.
Ivy Nile has to avoid that kind of offense if she wants to be in this match.
This early in the match, she's got nothing to worry about.
Flawless takedown.
But I kind of hope that
Down into a small package, tightly hooked.
they decide to have
To that pin, other than
Julia versus Tiffany Stratton versus Chelsea Green versus Kiana James at WrestleMania for the U.S. title.
In the wound now.
A shot
Like, that
this
would be a
could
great
really
match.
shake you up mentally.
Gobbo's ready.
Up high. A counter by Nile. Kick.
Tagged with a punch.
And then once we get AJ Lee and Becky Lynch out of the mid card,
Just continuing to punish their opponent.
maybe we can finally have Ivy Nile
Their opponent uplifting the
get an opportunity.
Oh, wow, look at this torture rack. How agonizing. And this locked as deep as it can get.
Bad situation, needs to find an escape. The elbow is the path.
Clothesline.
Look at Ivy Nile taking in all the...
Ha, now she might think twice about all that showboating.
Up and down. What a slam.
But I don't get the argument that some people have, like, wrestlers shouldn't look like you could be able to beat them in a fight. Bro, I couldn't beat any of them in a fight. I don't think I could beat any of the referees in fights either.
Oh, man.
Once again, she's put on the back foot.
Stamina coming into play. Could be
Heck, I think Michael Cole could knock me out. He probably wouldn't, but he probably could.
Steps. That's got to be a tide turner.
Kiana James trying to ramp things up.
The referee is so close to calling a count out.
able to turn that around with laces to the face.
I like this. Nothing wrong with enjoying your work.
We're getting an up-close view of this bout now.
She's getting back into the ring under the ropes.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the final Raw before Night of Champions.
Setting up for something here. Huge powerbomb.
Watching her prey rise. We know what she's looking for here. And now Kiana has to avoid this at any cost.
This is going to be a battle of wills.
Is she going to tap? Yep.
She will have to submit, man.
Here is your winner, Ivy Nile.
Alright, and then we just go here. Simulate all. Alright, excuse me. Bianca beat Becky Lynch. So, honestly, Bianca Belair should get a title shot. Uh-huh. Hell, let's watch Red versus Stacy Keibler. Alright, so Julia won, Blake Monroe won, and the Hex Sisters won.
Here we go from behind. Come on, an ambush now. This is a
And Izzy Dame is attacking Red.
Well, they had eyes on their opponent, of course, blindsided from behind with the cheapest of shots. And now they surely can't compete from here.
So if our Evolved Champion Red can win this match,
Well, their attacker must be scared or something.
that would be impressive.
They're not going to let anything or anyone stop them from competing.
They tried to break them, but they're still going, no matter how unwise that may be.
After a shotgun attack during the entrances, this match has found its way inside the ring at last. Now we can really get things started.
Well, before the bell even rang, we had fists flying, but now we can get down to business. Time to put all that unchecked
But then again,
aggression to work when it
for
actually
those of us
counts
who have played
in the
2K20,
entrance area.
and I enjoyed it by the way, we all know what Red is capable of. One of the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champions, defending it against men, defending it in like handicap matches and other sorts of matches.
Deadlift into a military press. Wow. Walking around the ring. Slam.
Well, they say everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, someone just threw their plan out the window.
Stacy gets her back.
Big forearm.
And she manages to avoid that bit of offense.
Left herself exposed here.
They're playing it with that DDT.
She kicks out at one.
Still fighting the good fight here.
And
Stacy taking
Red
hold.
is currently
Face first.
Able to steer clear of danger there.
well, yeah, I think she's hanging on really well.
Fends it off. Good counter.
Placing her in the corner here.
Brutal offense.
Attacking with full force.
Going for the cover. And she kicks out at two.
That was a long 2 count there.
Swift kick.
You know, I find it kind of funny that, like, when it comes to pre-match attack,
With the tackle.
like, if you attack someone and that person ends up winning,
Lands hard.
it just means you didn't do a good enough job of taking them out. But what does that mean for the opponent?
Distance that caused the damage, but they certainly contributed.
That's basically just saying that
What are we looking for?
they're not they're not good enough to beat you on your worst day.
Oh, she retaliates. What a shot. Guys, we could be looking at the start of one of the all-time great sports entertainment rivalries.
Way to put the cart before the horse, Cole. Sure, there's potential.
Might have her shoulders down.
Yeah, Stacy Keibler was the first Evolved champion.
And she breaks the
Then
count.
she lost it.
Cardio makes all the difference, helping you stay alive deep into the match.
But then Red won the title by cashing in.
Both sides with an answer to every piece of offense. Piercing knee decimates the face.
We see that win the match for Red. Cover.
1, 2, 3.
Victory here tonight.
Here is your winner, Red.
This is a victory based on sheer toughness.
And Izzy Dame did not do a good enough job to take her out. Jada Parker wins the triple threat. Jordan Grace defeats the WWE Women's Champion Plumber. And Io Sky defeats Alexa Bliss. I want to check something. And they're not even counting who won the title. Like before Red. Somebody remind me in the comments. Alright. Oh my god. This fatal 4-way is going to tear the house down. Michelle McCool versus Natalia. Chelsea Green. Okay, she does get a title shot. Alright. Kabuki Warriors versus LJ and Justine. Rio versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. The Baddies versus Bailey and Lyra. Trish Stratus versus La Congrita Loca. Izzy Dame versus Red. And Naomi versus Becky Lynch. She has her Money in the Bank contract. Wait, hold on. Hang on. I want to see my division. Specifically this one. Why is Trish Stratus, who is in the World Title division, challenging for the Reina de Reinas Championship? Alright, so I'm just going to... Oh, I can't even make this an elimination match. Or falls count anywhere. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna watch this one. We got Julia, Stephanie Bacare, Victoria, and Flammer.
The one and only
Fatal
WWE
4-way for the WWE Women's
is
Championship.
up for grabs in this fatal four-way where the title will be decided with Julia, Stephanie Bacare, Victoria, and Flammer.
And these four combatants are all going to be going all out at the train to claim that championship.
Alright, here's what I'm thinking.
Their own in this fatal four-way.
If this match takes longer than
And she reversed it.
20 minutes,
Shoulders down, championship at stake.
then I will skip a match on one of the upcoming SmackDown.
They even got a one count.
The champion just teed off. Our challenger found no way to break free there.
Catches the kick.
That shot right to the gut. Oof. Boom.
What a shot.
Every superstar for themselves here. How do you even form a game plan for a fatal four-way? So many scenarios, so many attackers coming from all sides. As the cliche goes, Cole, you have to keep your head on a swivel. There are a lot of moving pieces.
Well, Julia
You
has a
might not be
bat.
able to stay mentally on top of everything. You still need to be on high alert.
Spiked with a Michinoku driver. Wait.
Easily kicks out of that one.
Going to have to do a lot more to keep her down right now.
Gets the reversal. What a counter.
And we have representation from Japan, Mexico, Chile, and America in this one match.
Would have taken maximum effort to lift their opponent like that. The champion hammered away at it. Julia making an example of her opponent. Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
Oh, look at this now. Avoiding the fight, trying to figure out what to do next.
Beautiful suplex. What a throw of the much larger opponent.
The chaos of this match is practically in our laps. We better get ready to move.
She gets bounced into the corner. The challenger looked unhinged with an absolutely uncorked attack on the champ there. Victoria never saw that coming.
Time to back up as the announce desk gets cleared off.
Oh no, she's got her on our announce table.
You know, this is what this universe mode is all about. Showcasing the talented women in the division, past and present.
Julia even more determined than ever now.
Tendons and ligaments in the leg can be easily damaged by that. Brought back into the ring from the floor now. Forearm to the kidneys. The challenger really taking it on the chin here.
Yes, Stephanie delivering the pain.
And a counter. A counter by Flammer. Psyching themselves up now. Running Hurricane Rana. Showing the kind of
Stephanie
skills
Vector
you
has
need
the
to hold
title.
onto a title. She fights back with the counter. So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal. Victoria in total control. Hoisting her opponent up. Widow's peak. Could that be enough to gain the title?
Quick cover for the win.
Two. Oh my, that was
Victoria almost walked away with the title
To crown it.
because Julia was more focused on Stephanie.
Is there still enough left to try that maneuver again?
Julia with the power game. Hoist upon the
Northern Lights bomb.
Are we about to see a title
One,
change
two.
here?
Pushes the shoulder up after two.
Oh, this match
And
is
so many stressful situations.
That was her saying she wants it more, man.
Hurry, pump handle. Pump handle coming. Boom. Incredible suplex. The challenger really struggling to avoid major damage.
Wearing better than most, though, in this grueling fatal four-way. Nicely done. Managing to
Meanwhile, Flammer turning it into a pin for the win. She still fights out in one.
oh, this one ain't over yet.
Man, this match hasn't been very long so far. But it's already match of the universe mode, in my opinion.
And then just splat.
Pinning the champ. This could be over.
And Victoria
Champ has fallen.
walks away with the WWE Women's Championship.
Here is your winner and the new WWE Women's Champion, Victoria.
What a match.
We have a new champion. She was totally focused on getting the gold tonight, and she's done just that.
That was not what I was expecting. Michelle McCool is the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Chelsea Green wins the Women's United States Championship. Justin and LJ win. Rio are the new Women's World Tag Team Champions. Bailey and Lyra retain, while Congrata Loca retains against Trish Stratus. Izzy Dame is the new Evolve Champion. And Becky Lynch defeats Naomi. Man, so we got... Yeah, on Raw we have Becky Lynch, Michelle McCool, Bailey and Lyra, and Congrata Loca as champions, and then Naomi is Miss Money in the Bank. And then we have Victoria, Chelsea Green, Rio, and Izzy Dame as champions. Yeah, let's watch. I guess Naomi versus Michelle McCool. So Kabuki Warriors win, Tiffany Stratton wins, Ivy Nile wins, and then we're moving on to the women's Money in the Bank. Well, the Raw Money in the Bank winner versus the Women's Intercontinental Champion.
As the bell sounds, we have
If Naomi can win this, then that might put doubt in Michelle McCool's mind. And it could make her a target for the cash-in.
And she gets the shoulders up.
It was a solid pin, but definitely not enough to end this thing so quickly. Oh!
Front face lock applied. It's about to get more painful. Hung across the top rope.
Avoiding that clothesline, now rolling through and turning into a sunset flip pin.
Oh, it turns it around and has the pin. Turns the tables. Shoulders down. Countered into a new cover. And Naomi with a quick kick out. Too soon. Big flying forearm. Oh, right into a counter. All tied up now.
I'm really enjoying this series so far.
And they tie up with a collar and elbow.
Like, mainly because I am a big fan of women's wrestling. Like, I don't get it when people say that they don't watch women's wrestling. Like, what is so different about it that makes you not want to watch?
She had that scouted. Drops the leg. And a quick
In fact, I think most of the time the women's matches end up being better than the men.
No surprise she kicked out before two.
She got put to the test there.
Yeah, Naomi put that right
Like,
on top.
my favorite matches of last year,
To work over the arm.
like, number one was Rhea versus Io at Evolution.
Into a monkey flip.
Rhea
I don't
versus
think people
Io
realize the amount of strength it
versus
takes to
Bianca.
handle someone like that.
Wait, no. It was Io versus Stephanie at number 2. Then it was Rhea, Io, and
This is the target. Naomi
Bianca.
evasive.
Stunner.
Then it was, I think, Cena versus Styles.
Drop kick to the face.
Like, my top 3 matches of last year were all women's matches. Coincidentally, all of those had Io Sky. But that's just how amazing she is in the ring.
Right to the kidneys from behind. Naomi looking a little less than determined there. Afterglow combo. And any one of those shots could take you out for good. From the top rope. Blockbuster. Cover here. Is it enough?
let's let's yeah, let me throw out this question to all of you. If you had the choice of either having to watch either Rhea versus Io at Evolution again, or if you had the choice to watch,
Great athleticism.
Blow to the abdomen gets them out.
I don't know.
She can end this now. And she's not done yet.
Crap, why can't I think of something?
Before the two. And she now
Like, I don't want to put down most of the men's wrestlers.
caught with a swift kick.
Alright, let's just say, like, Ricochet versus Ilya Dragunov from 2023. Or 2024, whichever year it.
Great counter by Michelle.
Oh yeah, it was 2024 because Ilya got injured, like, after that. Then he just made his return last year.
She is totally locked on her
Like, no disrespect to Ricochet or Ilya Dragunov, even though Ricochet is not my favorite person. He's far from it. But I would rather watch Rhea versus Io. I mean, there's also the argument of, like, putting, like, Seth Rollins versus Gunther, or Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. In that case, I would rather pick Seth versus Gunther.
Here is your winner, Naomi.
Like, my point is, like, sometimes the women's matches are light years better than stuff that the men can do. In fact, WrestlePalooza is the perfect example. Cena versus Brock was absolute trash. Oh, excuse me. The tag team match between the Usos and the Vision, it was fun, but it wasn't like a traditional match. Io versus Stephanie absolutely was fantastic. The mixed tag match, it was alright. And then the ending to, like, Cody versus Drew was really sudden. So like, if I had to go back to that show for any reason, it's Stephanie versus Io. Alright, you know what? I want to watch Zarya versus Sol Ruka. I was going to pick Liv Morgan versus Blake Monroe. But then I saw Zarya and Sol Ruka. Which, this is going up a week after Stand and Deliver, so we'll know who won that match. Wait, Izzy Dame and Red won. Liv Morgan won. Jordan Grace won. Victoria won. And now, Zarya versus Sol Ruka.
This one's official, and it's Sol Ruka who's ready for action.
A superstar who loves good times, good vibes, and friendly competition. Sol Ruka might almost be too laid back to cruise to the top of the mountain here in WWE.
When it comes to Sol Ruka, I think you're in
Let
the minority
me-
as a doubter. Ruka's already proven she's ready to soak up the spotlight and hang with the very best here in WWE.
But across the way is the intimidating Zaria.
Hit hard and straight into the pin. And she kicks out.
Looking for a quick win there. Able to slip out of that situation.
And Zaria continuing her charge.
Ruka has got to get her wits about her.
Fisherman Buster. And she's returning fire.
Ruka isn't taking this lying down anymore.
And she's clearly had enough and is now giving back as good as she was getting.
You know, I was going to look up
Big shot.
what's going on at Stand and Deliver,
Oh yeah, and her toughness is already
but I got a notification from like a comment I left on
Reversal by Soul.
like a YouTube short that
She was facing. Soul Ruka could be turning her
WWE
fortunes
2K posted. It was Liv Morgan being asked a bunch of questions, and most of her answers were Dominic Mysterio. I jokingly said, guys, I think she might like Dominic Mysterio.
right on target.
And someone who clearly didn't understand the joke said, he's married. So I was like, I know, he's clearly in character. Like, the 10 people at this point that liked the comment clearly got the joke.
Getting the cover here, eyeing the end. She's quick to get her shoulder up. Not a very effective pin attempt. Oh, boom. She's going
But yeah, honestly, every match on Stand and Deliver, I'm actually really excited for. Including the pre-show match of Tank and Tank, Shiloh Hill, Eli Knight, and Ren Sinclair versus Birthright.
Working on the arm. She's looking to end her right now. Switched it up and hit the DDT.
In fact, these two have fought before, like in past videos that I've done. And that move never lands. But yeah, it's...
She's thinking she can end it all here.
Hey, she finally lands it. Long-term storytelling. But yeah, they fought in 2 consecutive episodes of Speed Sunday. That move is such a beautiful move. And Sol Ruka won.
Sol Ruka gets the win.
Here is your winner, Sol Ruka.
But yeah, they fought in the final episode of 2K25 season, and they had a rematch since it ended in a draw to kick off the 2K26 season. Alright, then Lita defeats Bullhammer, and Stephanie Vaquero defeats Bull Nakano. Why are Becky and Jade... Oh, yeah, they're in the rivalry. Excuse me. I don't know why we're having Welcome to Loka face the people in the World Title Division. Oh, let's watch Tiffany Stratton versus AJ Lee. Oh, yeah, JC Jane and Becky Lynch defeat the tag champ. I feel like some people have this match on their dream match list.
And the one reason I like Tiffany Stratton is because she's been quick in championships, man.
Yeah, Stratton came into this business with all the athletic and physical talent in the world, but she's making sure she gets all the gold, too. Hard not to be impressed with Tiffany Stratton.
And then we've got AJ Lee, who hasn't missed a...
Shoulders down. She's able to kick out before the refs count.
She's not going to be put away so easily this early.
Looking to turn this around, and there it is, into a headlock. Running clothesline. Boom. All measured up. Oh, from behind. That'll give you some whiplash. And it just hammered away with the rights.
But yeah, when it comes to
And with an onslaught of
AJ
strikes
Lee's
like that,
return,
they have nothing but punishment on their mind.
I think it's
That can prohibit any use of their shoulder going forward.
I think it's been more of a letdown than
Reversal.
I was honestly expecting. Like, let me rephrase it. So, I did not have low expectations for this. I had high hopes because I like AJ Lee. I really do. It's just that this feud with Becky Lynch has been going on since September. In fact, she returned the night where I met Joe Hendry. So I didn't get to see her match, like when it happened. Not match, I didn't get to see her return.
She's beginning to look a little weary.
Unhinged offense from Lee's arsenal.
All over the place. Stratton is now under pressure.
We love to have this kind of control.
But yeah, the WrestlePalooza show just gets kind of dragged in the mud. Then she didn't compete again until Survivor Series in War Games. She didn't really do much, but that's to be expected. She was still trying to knock off some ring rust.
Well-placed elbow drop. Clearly had a strategy going on there with the attention on the leg. Looking to take the legs out.
And then
AJ is taking full command here.
she kind of screwed Becky out of the Intercontinental Championship. Becky won it back. AJ won the title from Becky. And now they're facing each other at WrestleMania. Let's see. So it was September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So it's been 7 months
Getting out of harm's way.
Taking down to one knee. Shining wizard.
since they first started feuding. Well, okay, it will be like 7 months on the 5th. So, yeah. Like, after... yeah, by the time this video goes up, it will be 7 months.
Yeah, she needs to figure out a way out of this hold.
And she releases her own submission. And I have to question as to why she would do that. This looks like she's setting the foundation for a...
So I just hope that no matter if she wins or loses at WrestleMania, she just never faces Becky Lynch again. At least not for a while. Because we need, like, new matchups. Like, her match with Bayley was actually pretty fun. But I want to see matches like AJ versus Lyra, AJ versus Alexa, AJ versus Io, AJ versus Stephanie, AJ versus Liv. Like, there's so many matches you can do. Instead of, like, the 3 matches with Becky, soon to be 4, and the 1 match with Bayley. I mean, the 1 match with Bayley, that's fine. Because, like I said, she at least had a different opponent. Heck, AJ Lee versus Raquel Rodriguez. That would be a great match, in my opinion. Because their size difference
Fireman's carry
should make
position
it
across the
exciting.
shoulders, rolling through. That move took every ounce of athleticism Stratton had.
And also,
Tiffany with the
I don't know what Tiffany Stratton's doing at WrestleMania by the time I'm recording this.
Gets cut off.
Because there's
Once
2
again, how
SmackDowns by the
WWE is
time
putting the whole industry
this
on
goes
notice
up.
with a match like this.
I mean, they could realistically do 8 matches per night at WrestleMania.
A calculated attack here against
Since
AJ.
they're starting like an hour early.
dismantling every part of the body.
Pinpoint swing of the leg.
Like, not all matches need to be like 20 to 30 minutes.
Range down an elbow retaliation.
Adjusting their opponent against the turnbuckle.
In fact, how many matches were on each night last year?
Pushing into the corner, step up knee, rocks the jaw, and followed by a bulldog headlock. AJ putting it all on the line.
Alright, night 1 had 7. Okay, they both had 7.
From the top. Oh my!
We shouldn't be stuck to like super small cards.
Superhuman power. She's trapped here.
I mean, we're
She's
already
completely
guaranteed
trapped in the submission hold.
6 matches
And
per
she
night
needs to figure
because of the 12 matches announced.
Through and escape. That was pretty.
AJ building up a head of steam here.
Let's see, WrestleMania 40.
Into the pin. This could be it.
There were 7 on the first night, 7 on the second night. What about 39?
This is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied.
There were 8 on the first night, 7 on the second. Well, technically 6 if you don't count Snoop Dogg versus The Miz.
This has to be a difficult loss for Tiffany Stratton. AJ proving even the best game plan's no match for her.
Oh yeah, they technically have like an extra hour that they can consider the pre-show. So give us matches on the pre-show. In fact, you can even put the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on the pre-show. You can put like a women's battle royal on the other pre-show. Alright, Jade wins, Trish wins, Lola Vice wins, Kalani wins, and China wins. Wait, I'm not one to just sit back and just be okay with everything that TKO and WWE sets up. Like, honestly, they do a lot of things right, but they have also done a lot of things wrong. Alright, let's move on to Stephanie versus Blake Monroe. I should probably stop ranting about how we never get pre-show matches anymore and
Stephanie McCare is ready to get
how we
this
can
match
realistically do 16-match WrestleManias these days because we have 2 nights.
Is victory. Friend or foe, it doesn't matter. If you find yourself in the way of Stephanie McCare and her goals, then you had better watch out.
As much as wrestling is her passion, when she's competing, shoulders down, penny predicament, elevates the shoulder.
No surprise there, she's still pretty fresh. And able to evade the offense.
Is this the second SmackDown after Night of Champions?
Quick to avoid that.
Oh, put the brakes on for Kerr.
Ooh, headbutt.
And I have lost track of all sense of time.
Evasiveness from Vaquero.
Suplex.
You gotta set it up. Devil's kiss.
In fact, what?
Dribbling the
There
opponent's
we
head like a
go. Booker
basketball.
actually did the thing.
Oof. Wait a minute. Pulling on a hair
Okay,
now.
but hold on. Let's see how many matches
Cost.
for the women's division are
Breaking
currently
defense
announced
with
for
a
this year's Mania.
Cruising.
Dropping a
We have
leg.
Stephanie Becker versus Liv Morgan, Jade Cargill versus Rhea
Send a
Ripley,
shock down your spine.
AJ Lee versus
Stephanie with the
Becky
counter.
Lynch, and then the Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag titles.
Snap suplex. Attack after attack coming from Vaquer.
And Stephanie shows no sign of relenting. Locking up.
And in the women's division, we could realistically get a Fatal 4-Way for the women's U.S. title, and
The money with that
Asuka versus Io Sky.
stalking now, burning holes in her opponent.
Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
Stomped into the ground.
Vaquer's toughness getting tested with that one.
The competitor in Monroe coming through here.
Now, let's see if I can go through this episode without accidentally calling
And a
Blake
sign
Monroe
for the
Blocking
exclamation point.
Monroe.
Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes.
Situating her in the ring corner right here.
Sending her up on the top rope.
And a stratosphere in the corner.
That's it. And shoulders down. This might do it. She was close to the end there.
She's able to fight off the pin attempts, but it is clearly getting more difficult to do so. Complete dominance, complete control.
Win at any cost.
Great in-ring IQ.
Oh, get ready. She knows exactly what she's doing with this submission hold.
Oof, an absolutely Herculean feat of power.
Look at this. And good thing she got out of that. That would have been nasty.
You know, we're also getting,
Just like that.
well,
She
tonight,
turned it around.
AAA, and they have Penta defending against El Hijo del Vikingo. So, we could realistically see a new Intercontinental Champion before the ladder match
Still
at
managing to keep
WrestleMania.
it at only one.
I mean, I doubt Penta's losing the title tonight,
Man, what timing on that counter.
but I am excited for the Fatal 5-Way ladder match.
Super kick.
But realistically, we could have gotten like actual qualification matches on Raw. Like just announce the ladder match early,
That's insane.
set up the qualification matches. I mean, on Netflix, they can go for as long as they want to. So they could realistically go back to doing like
Go ahead and
3-hour shows
she's got her pin. This
and adding another match.
and she wins. That is a huge
Alright,
victory.
Stephanie Becker wins.
Here is your winner, Stephanie Hackett.
Alright, and then simulate. And we're going to Raw, which I believe. Yes, this is the third Raw after. You know what? This triple threat seems like it'd be interesting. AJ Lee defeats Tiffany Stratton again. Chris Stratus defeats Jade Cargill. So we have the Women's Intercontinental Champion, the Women's Money in the Bank winner. Well, okay, I should just call her the Raw Money in the Bank winner. And then the Reina de Reinas champion. Yeah, let's watch this triple threat.
These three are ready to settle it all in a triple threat matchup. Set for this match, we have Naomi, Michelle McCool, and La Congrejita Loca.
And with triple threat rules in effect, this is going to be chaos. A match where you don't even have to be pinned to lose. That brings out the crazy in people.
Oh, what an uppercut. Using the hair.
You know, La Congrejita Loca has surprisingly held on to the title for a lot longer than I was expecting. Like, the random number generator chose her as champ. And she has defended time and time again. She's defeated people like Trish Stratus to retain her title. I forgot who else she defended against. But she's defended several times.
There's no DQs in this match. There's no countouts. Do what you gotta do to get this W by any means necessary.
And enters back into the ring.
Oh, costly error there. Escape just in time.
You know, we can stay there, guys. Counters. Oh, kick connects. Delivers the bulldog. Oh, no. Oh, stun gun. That'll put Loca's toughness to the test.
This triple threat is far from over, and she can still get back in it.
Fishing for something beneath the ring. Perched up top. Crash and burn.
Man, Michelle McCool missed that.
And that may have just been the turning point.
If you see a woman coming at you with a bat, don't stand around and taunt. That goes for all of you in the match.
This is getting damn dangerous. She keeps on talking, but is she actually going to...
You know, realistically, if Naomi cashes in successfully, or if she wouldn't have lost her title, then this match would have been champion versus champion versus champion.
She's compromised.
Which, I kind of like how they're not keeping the matches strictly to their division. I mean, yeah, you can't put people in multiple divisions, but as we've seen, people have been competing in other divisions.
Don't be surprised if they're seeing little cartoon birds after that one, gentlemen. Sunk cover. Shoulders are down. Oh, somehow.
Impressive to not even allow a 2 count at this juncture.
Taking a look under the ring. Naomi might be looking for something here.
Like AJ Lee went after the Intercontinental Championship.
Just trying to pound their opponent into the ground even further.
Chris Stratus went for the Reina de Reinas Championship.
She overcomes the pinfall attempt.
Yeah, she probably
But that was smart to stun both
She's
of them.
coming too, and she's not gonna like what comes next.
Boom, rear view.
Alright, she still has the rear view in her moveset.
Clueless as to where she is right now.
I do kind of wish that we had like the actual
Drop kick.
universe mode feature
There's a response against low.
from SVR 2011. Like, I know, I keep referring to that game, but that game was part of my childhood.
McCool turns that around.
Like, I want to see people in multiple divisions.
Ripped down into position. Lifted up. Stepping through.
Backbreaker by Michelle McCool.
La Cangrejita Loca went down in a heap.
Cover. Breaks it up. Not on her watch. Full Nelson. Sit out. Slam.
Naomi directly on target.
Quick into the cover. This could be it.
Wow, just barely making it out.
She just refused to stay down.
Okay, I think Naomi's the only one with resiliency now. Yes, she is.
This was her best shot, but she couldn't end it.
Hey, hold on, what the... Oh, she has poison me.
Now bringing the fight back to
I never knew that. Excuse me.
Just talking that up. Goodness.
Oh, look at the afterglow. Afterglow combo.
Quick thinking from her to avoid that.
Full extension on a split leg drop.
She's headed out of the ring. Countouts are not a factor for her.
And it seems quicker when it comes to just people going underneath the ring to grab weapons.
Colliding hard with that diamond-plated steel.
And she's only taking more damage at this stage.
Still takes a good amount of resilience to last this long, though.
It is beyond electric in here. This energy is on another level.
Oh, into the steel step. Simply no way to brace for that impact.
She's headed out of the ring.
Looking for a little more breathing room. Brutal knee strike.
Here she goes, sliding back into the ring.
Ducks through. Up and over. Selena del Sol.
1, 2.
And that's it. La Cangrejita Loca gets the win.
She has been killing it lately. Well, not lately, but she's been killing it in this universe mode. Alright, Kabuki Warriors win. Wall of Ice wins. Bianca Belair wins. And Becky Lynch had a self-promo. Alright. Why can we never get a match with Nikki Cross? I mean, we had one that I am aware of. What? I also want Sol Ruka versus Jada Parker. Alright, so Rio won, Victoria won, Judgment Day won, Red won, and now Sol Ruka versus Jada Parker.
Here we go with Jada Parker in action tonight.
Jada Parker is a superstar who does not mess around. When she sees an opportunity, she faces it head on and doesn't let up until the job is done.
Yeah, Jada is insanely tough, though.
So I
She's
believe
not afraid to
both
do
of
things
these
the hard way if she has
women
to.
are in
That
the
just gives
U.S.
more
title
opportunities
picture.
to brutalize her opponents.
And while she may look laid back, let me tell you, Sol Ruka
So we could see one of them
Power, she's got
potentially
speed.
face Chelsea
She's
Green
got
in the
all the
future.
right moves, so Ruka could easily serve her way to a win here.
Or she could wipe out if Ruka gets too ahead of herself. She's impressive, but this won't be all smooth sailing for Sol Ruka. And saw what was coming there. Sol gets fended off. Collar and elbow tie-up.
Oh, another feature I'd like to receive. Oh my goodness, I'd like to see return
She kicks out before one.
is
Not done
the
yet. Not by
submission
a long shot.
one where you can actually have someone grab the rope and there's a 5 count.
Facebuster.
Because that is a lot more realistic than just calling for a rope break and
To the gut.
they just immediately break the submission hold.
No quick these two. Not at all. Neither competitor shows any signs of letting up or slowing down here. Ooh. The cheers are already the king of these two fighters going toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
Clothesline. Into the cover, but is it enough? Barely kicks out.
If she keeps the pressure
That's
on,
not
the
keeping
next one might do
Toruka
it.
down.
Ooh, look at this.
Crossbody right on the boogie.
This is what we mean when we talk about fighting.
Here's the pin.
But Jada Parker almost has a signature and she'll get it if she kicks out of this. There we go.
After two.
That was so close. The end has to be near.
Facebuster.
But yeah, Toruka's not letting her have time to recover.
Splash. Oh my God, man.
A move like that is what sets you apart from other superstars.
Strong knee connects. And gets sent right into the corner.
She turns it around with the reversal.
But yeah, Toruka has a signature now. On the verge of getting a finisher as well.
Jada Parker gonna set her opponent up on the second rope here. Parker gaining momentum. A springboard teardrop.
Jada just adding salt to the wound right now.
Finds the room to land a back elbow.
Oh, excuse me.
Planted with a wicked DDT. Great counter.
So whoever can hit a finisher or a signature
Just adding salt.
probably has a great chance
Take great umbrage with that
to win the
offense.
match.
Grabbing hold of Parker.
Driving face first.
You can tell she's still dazed, and the situation is not going to get any better.
And she actually hit it.
Placing her against the turnbuckle here.
Scoop slam sets things up. And she's tracking her opponent. Might be ready to put her away.
And the Soul Snatcher.
That's won it for Ruka before.
The cover.
1, 2, 3.
And a victory. What a win she picks up here tonight.
Here is your winner,
Alright, let's keep this moving. Lita defeats Jordan Grace, and then Stephanie Vaquero wins the triple threat. Because we are on the road. Yeah, we're on the road to Evolution. So Becky Lynch versus Olga Vice and Odette Beaumont. Kabuki Warriors versus Bayley and Lyra. Thea Hale versus the Captain. AJ Lee versus Trish Stratus. Massive fatal four-way with the 3 participants from last week. Ivy Nile versus Natalia, and then Bianca versus Tiffany. You know, I want to see this.
Well, tag team matchup getting underway, and not quite sure. Well, that didn't go too well. Not quite sure why they tagged themselves in, and well, their teammates had enough of it.
In the middle of a match?
Wow, so much for teamwork making the dream work.
Or they're gonna have to go.
A self-promo challenge. Becky Lynch wins the match. All right, well.
You have to think this match is more about demanding the respect that was not
If
shown
Becky
earlier.
can win against 2 women, then well deserved.
Lynch gets stonewalled. Kick. Oh, she manages to reverse it.
But if Odette Beaumont and Olga Vice, if they win,
Couldn't even keep him down
then
for more than a 1 count at this point.
I'll give them a shot at the Reina de Reinas Championship.
Just weakening the knee with that move.
That maneuver goes to show you how much speed kills. Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming.
The hole getting even tighter, and she already looks like she's in trouble here. Able to shift her weight and escapes. Oh, look at that. This is so unique.
So whatever match happens at Evolution, if the title's on the line,
Leads to a strong kick out.
it'll probably become a fatal 4-way if they win.
Becky's getting that unstoppable look in her eyes.
Stiff forearm shot. Getting your mind back into this is one thing, but getting your body back into it is another.
Rip down with that Rana. What's Lola drawing up?
Rocked by the hip attack.
And in the first episode, I said I wasn't going to book matches, but now I'm like, hey, you do this, you can earn a title shot.
Not even close to down and out at this point.
I mean, to be fair,
Merciless strike.
And Becky there wasn't looking her best when she took that shot.
it started off with Chelsea Green getting screwed out of her U.S. title shot because he fell into the crowd.
The reversal by Becky with a takedown, looking for the disarmer. Can she cinch it in? Hits in. Disarmer. And just refusing to let up on the arm. Wrenching away.
Clear the submissions cinched in. But look at Lola. Look at the breakthrough. To fight out of the hole, baby.
You got to be questioning how much further they're willing to take this, guys.
After that, Cole, I don't think there's any question they're ready to take this all the way.
But yeah, now since it's a 2-on-1 situation and Becky Lynch is the women's world champion,
Hard into the corner.
Now Vice has the firm upper hand.
she should
Lynch is
definitely
looking for a solution.
have an incentive. I
Absolutely
will.
blasted there.
Actually, Lola and Odette should definitely have an incentive, like if they win.
Textbook side Russian leg sweep. These will keep you down. That was a vicious display. You can almost see the disdain in their eyes.
Wait, Odette hasn't even been tagged into the match.
Had it scouted. Now can capitalize.
Becky Lynch, manhandle slam.
And I don't think she will. Alright, no title shot for them.
Here is your winner, the man, Becky Lynch.
Accumulate all matches. Kabuki Warriors wins. Thea Hale wins. AJ Lee wins. Naomi wins. Ivy Nile wins. And Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, Becky Lynch is the women's world champion. So if she would have lost, I feel like it would have been a fair arrangement. We've never seen the Sensational Sherry match yet. But Maxine Dupree defeated. Oh my god. Yeah, Maxine Dupree defeated women's champion Victoria.
I can't wait for this match. I've been from behind. I didn't expect
Excuse
them
me.
to start this way. Come on, an
This
attack
is
and ambush.
fair.
Well, this might not even be a match at this point.
Fair
Referee
payback
signaling
for
security who are now
a
rushing
previous
down
week.
to try and separate these two, but the damage is clearly already done.
Yeah, good luck. Can they still participate in this match?
Only time will tell. I think it was unbelievable of them to interfere before a match like this. And then it took multiple people to stop the attack. There has to be some serious
Barry,
bad
get
luck
her
between
in the
these two.
ring.
There's the bell to this highly anticipated match. So anticipated, these combatants couldn't even wait for the bell.
There's the bell.
The bell has to have avoids the clothesline and turns it into a pin.
Sherry breaks the pin. This could
That was a great attempt, Izzy, but I don't think that would have worked in any universe.
Stopped cold with a fist right in the face. Big boot.
Because unfortunately, we don't have
Tensions here.
like that small percentage where a roll up in the beginning of the match will sometimes work.
Oh, and it's reversed.
Looking dazed, she's an easy target now. Oh, that'll rearrange those facial features.
And again, Izzy heads into the ring.
Some well-timed defense on her part.
Vicious double axe handle.
Leg being manipulated with that maneuver. She's really starting to feel the effects of this match.
Oh, a knee. Lights out.
Sensational Sherry almost has her signature. And now she does.
SmackDown has always delivered its own unique energy, no matter the time or channel.
Don't go anywhere because SmackDown is well underway. Foot right in the throat. Brutal. Great counter by Sherry. What a display of strength here. Lands face first.
That was enough to bust her open. She's going to be seeing red, literally, from this point on. Oh, here comes a brutal bit of back and forth.
Neither competitor is backing down.
Blow after blow, test of endurance at this point. You can just see their arms getting heavy after all this.
And Izzy Dane stunned her,
From the heavens, splash from
and
the top.
she almost has a finisher and signature.
Here's two. She was close to the end there.
Able to break out more or less just in time.
Big back body
And
drop.
she has the signature for sure.
Nowhere to go. They're caught. Up high. Choke slam. I think I speak for everyone when I say that this rivalry has gotten out of hand. Neither side of this thing has any caution for the well-being of the other. This isn't about who's better anymore.
But yeah, Sherry has a
Taking out
finisher.
competition.
Some might even argue that the better side is the last one standing, Cole. But you do have a point. This rivalry has gotten way out of hand.
From the middle rope. Oh, the knees caught him. Could be a
In fact, I couldn't have told you what a sensational Sherry's finisher was. I don't think I've seen a single match of hers.
She's looking winded now.
Clearly been holding strong throughout this match, but you can only hold strong for so long.
Facebuster first. And quickly now, shoulders down for the win. Oh, not this person. Come on now.
Well, now taunting our friend in the ring here. Are we maybe having a showdown?
Can we turn on some light?
Came out here tonight
Respectfully.
pushing some buttons, and it looks like they're getting the response they wanted.
There we go.
The fight underway. And look at these two going at each other. They're going to need security out here and officials to separate them.
Finally getting some order, but breaking away again. We're going to need more security.
Alright, so then Sol Ruka wins the triple threat. Liv Morgan defeats Chelsea Green. Paul Nakano defeats Blake Monroe. Jordan Grace defeats Lita. And Stephanie Becker defeats Plummer. And now we are here at Evolution. Wait, why are you two not defending your tag titles? Hold on. Yeah, Lola Vice has the title shot already. So I will. Yeah, I will put the tag titles on the line for this match. So we have 8 titles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them on the line. So we are missing the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship. What match do we want to end the video on? Okay, that's an Iron Man match that will probably take 15, 20, 30 minutes, somewhere around there. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so let's save that. Just so we can actually have the tag titles on the line in that match. Yeah, let's just watch Becky Lynch versus JC Jane. That way we can have a world title match end the episode.
There's the bell. This championship match is underway.
Oh, yeah, and this championship has been highly contested, but only one of them is going to walk out of here.
Well,
Oh my
I
goodness.
said mid-match, not this early.
Miss Money in the Bank. Contract in hand. She
I will. Now it's a triple threat.
Perfect moment.
And the referee is not going to allow that object in the ring anymore.
And Naomi is just the third wheel.
She might be going for her pipe belt with that kendo stick.
Oh, man. Did you hear the snap of the
Man,
kendo
we have
stick?
3 heels in the ring at the same time, which
Remember in a triple threat match?
We always say it because it's always
I
true, Cole. You have to
appreciate
keep your
when
head on a swivel.
WWE
You
does
can't just focus
heel
on
versus
one
heel
opponent,
matches
because
or
the second
face
you do,
versus face
the other will
matches.
change the complexion of this match. Having eyes
Like,
in the back of your head here is
we
paramount.
are
Whatever it takes.
And there is
simple
no
people.
turn to that
We
than just
will cheer who we
a cheap
want to
shot.
cheer for, and we will boo who we want to boo for.
Big knee to the midsection. The challenger enduring the punishment.
Yeah, Becky looked as locked in as ever there.
Taking off from the ropes for the title. New champ.
Like at TNA, I booed for
New champ.
At this
uh,
point in the match, that could have gone either way.
Frankie Kazarian and Ryan Nemeth. I cheered for pretty much everyone else.
Oh, man. She finds a hard landing on the outside.
Oh yeah, I also booed Eric Young and
Stopping the
Sinner and Saint, but that was when they were with him, but he betrayed them.
Things have really reached critical mass with this rivalry, guys. The best way I can describe the state of things right now is disruptive. They really don't care about how this affects anyone else as long as they can just get their hands on each other.
Man, that is such a cool
You know the
looking.
old saying about the enemy of my enemy? I think we just saw that play out.
No telling what you'll find under the ring here.
Ready to put that kendo stick to good use, I'm sure of that. Got it. Becky Lynch, she set it up. What did she roll right into it? She said it. Disarmer. Disarmer. She's got it.
Disarmer! Disarmer! The arm is locked in. This is sending a painful message. And she breaks up the submission. The match is still going. Got flipped upside down there. Taking this fight back into the ring.
You know, I accidentally screwed over. Well, not accidentally. I did purposely screw over this feud.
And for all of Naomi's athleticism, she found herself unable to counter there.
But I mean, I was given the opportunity to cash in,
Job done.
and I wanted to see a cash in.
Sit down hard.
Becky Lynch looking for it.
She got it, man. The champ with a stunning display of...
There's your victor.
And
Celebrating
are
in the
we
ring.
going to get a conclusive
A heated
end?
rivalry this has been, and apparently it's not over yet. This ends
Okay, well, it
when
looks
I
like this
say it
rivalry is still going to keep
I
going,
agree, Wade.
may have won the battle,
which
but
is
he
a
did
good
not
thing.
win the war.
And then we can simulate Izzy James, the new Evolved Champion. Bayley and Lyra retain. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss defeat the Judgment Day. Victoria retains. AJ Lee defeats Psycho Sally. Rio retains. Bianca Belair defeats Chyna. Absolute dream match. And Lola Vice is the new Reina de Reina's champion. And that is where the episode's going to end. So Becky Lynch has been champion for 82 days. Michelle McCool has been champion for 28 days. 110 days for Bayley and Lyra. Lola Vice just won the title. Victoria has been champion for 28 days. Chelsea Green, champion for 28 days. Rio, champion 28 days. And then Izzy Dame just won the title. Oh no, wait. Was Izzy Dame already champion and I forgot about it? Oh, well, we're on the road to SummerSlam and then WrestlePalooza. And after WrestlePalooza is the draft. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment any other video ideas you have for the future, and I'll catch you in the next one.